Please subscribe.
Go through a top-of-the-line shopping center's parking area or drive around any well-obeyed neighborhood and you're nearly ensured to see a crowd of extravagance vehicles. In that blend, it's a decent wagered items from Germany will be very much spoken to. Autos and hybrids proffered by Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche are more prominent than Matlock reruns in a helped living office, and in light of current circumstances. Their vehicles are generally smart, all-around assembled and lovely to drive. Toss and traveler pampering lodges significant levels of brand esteem just as the most recent car innovation, and it's straightforward why drivers buy such a significant number of the vehicles from Germany. Incorporated. Be that as it may, there are choices in the event that you'd preferably stand apart from the group. What's more extraordinary compared to other is Volvo's S90, an invite option in contrast to other enormous cars like the E-Class or 5 Series. Indeed, even a couple of model a very long time after its presentation, the momentum age of this smooth and advanced Swede is still more than deserving of your thought, regardless of whether not a lot of drivers have yet paid heed. Through September of this current year, Volvo businesses in the U.S. conveyed less than 2,300 duplicates of the S90, a pitiable showroom execution, particularly for such an engaging machine. However, don't give dreary deals a chance to stop you. This fare makes the vehicle increasingly selective. It's a decent wagered no one on your subdivision circular drive or racquetball crew will have one. Will the equivalent be said of Audi's A6? I think not. Indeed, even in lively R-design trim, the S90 is an activity and nuance. Its lines are perfect and rich, the inside extravagant and liberal. Furthermore, with a substantial accentuation on well-being, it winds up being more Swedish than lingonberry jam or level stuffed furnishings. Gracing the S90 with emotional extents, originators stretch the run-to-hub estimation to give back-wheel drive extents in a front-drive bundle. With clean flanks, an enthusiastic backside and Volvo wordmark explained in a great serif text style on the storage compartment top, this is a truly appealing vehicle. Be that as it may, it's not just decent to take a gander at, this vehicle is more secure than a principal fight tank. Conveying an accurate accident test execution, this stately car is based on the Volvo Scalable Product Architecture, SPA, a stage that supports almost the entirety of the automaker's present lineup. This granitic establishment helped the S90 expert all of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety's thorough assessments, enabling it to drive away with the top safety pick rating. A group of other propelled well-being highlights like vulnerable side observing with cross-traffic alert, impact relief backing and path keeping help don't hurt, either. Including an additional proportion of game, our design models are marginally more forceful looking than either the Bass Momentum trim or better quality inscription variation. They're spruced up with exceptional mirror tops, a special grille and 5-talked, 19-inch wheels. All these outside components are done in dark for a jolly look. Inside, there's a unique car design directing wheel, metallic work trim on the dashboard and entryways, sport cushioning for the seats in addition to a couple of different changes. These models additionally increase a premium Harman Kardon sound framework with the subwoofer. However, a considerably fancier Bowers & Wilkins plan is discretionary for $3,200. Keeping everybody agreeable, quad-zone atmosphere control is incorporated to alongside covered window glass for decreased clamor interruption, control worked back sunshades and pad expansions for the front base and seats. As one would expect in a top-of-the-line vehicle like this, the standard hardware rundown is longer than a move of pool tickets. Indeed, even section-level Momentum models highlight heaps of treats, things like a 12.3-inch reconfigurable instrument group, Volvo's Sensus infotainment framework with coordinated route, versatile journey control and warm windshield washer spouts. Past all that, double fumes tips and an all-encompassing moonroof are incorporated at no additional charge. Be that as it may, paying little mind to trim, the S90's lodge is delightfully structured and constructed. The cowhide is rich smooth, The speaker grills seem as though they have a place on very good quality furnishings and everything is worked with solid accuracy. A keen contact, the metal safety belt hook plates have since 1959 inches stepped into them, a gesture to Nils Bohlin, a designer at Volvo who concocted the cutting-edge, 3-point security imitation, which has spared untold lives. Solace is another high point here. The multi-customizable front basin seats are supple yet strong and the back seat offers loosen-up amounts of legroom, in any event, for the gangliest of travelers. One drawback to the S90's inside is the ease of use of a portion of its highlights. For example, a couple of the catches on the controlling wheel are inconceivably marked. The Sensus infotainment framework is additionally not one of my top picks, being in like manner bulky to utilize. However, it seems more responsive than it has before, with the Go that's great. Something else that is bound to caution is the S90's powertrain. On the off chance that you locate a 4-chamber motor in an extravagance vehicle to be essentially obscene, this Volvo could very well alter your perspective. With a lung limit of 2.0 liters, this 4-pot is totally brave, wrenching out 316 pull with 295 pound-feet of pinnacle torque. Conveying the products from such constrained uprooting, this small tot is helped almost to death by both a supercharger and turbocharger, the previous giving low-end punch until adequate fume stream gets the last blower-ready for action. In any case, this overpressurized motor is a little jewel. Regardless of the driving circumstance, it's in every case unbelievably smooth and calm, with hardly any commotion or troublesome vibration rupturing the vehicle's NVH guards. It likewise pulls with splendid energy regardless of where the tachometer needle is pointing, hustling the S90 effortlessly. On account of innovation, a bigger motor is just not required in this vehicle, as the exhibition is completely satisfactory. An 8-speed program transmission empowers the S90's great execution. Movements are quite often instant and amenable, however on a couple of events during my week-long test it got somewhat bothered, yet this was an uncommon event. That for the most part amiable gearbox, alongside a consistent motor stop-turn-over framework, improves mileage. With control in abundance and standard all-wheel drive, the US EPA rates this enormous 4-entryway at 21 miles for each gallon around town and 31 miles per gallon on throughway drives. Consolidated, it should average 25 miles per gallon, not very ratty. For drivers who need increasingly jazzed up, it's far from being obviously true whether you need more. Volvo likewise offers the S90 with a modular half-breed drivetrain. It's accessible in mid-range R design and top-rack inscription models, however not the base Momentum trim. That twin-charged, 2.0-liter, 4-chamber motor is the establishment of this framework, however it's increased by a 87-horsepower electric engine that is squeezed by a 10.4 kWh lithium particle battery pack. Inside and out, this framework wrenches out 400 horsepower with 472 pounds-feet of contort. Electric just driving extent is assessed at 21 miles. The S90 is bounty speedy in about any driving circumstance. It's likewise calm and agreeable, however the vehicle's taking care of is unremarkable, even in our design structure with the discretionary, $1,200 back air suspension framework. You get no rushes driving this Volvo, not unreasonably it's planned to wow with surgical blade-sharp guiding. Its elements are altogether skilled, flawlessly class-aggressive. Pilot Assist is basically Volvo's adaptation of versatile journey control with path focusing. It can quicken and back the vehicle off as managed by traffic conditions. It can likewise guide the vehicle around corners, diminishing driver exhaustion all the while. Pilot Assist can be amazingly helpful on long outings, yet what it isn't is a self-ruling driving arrangement. You should keep your hands on the haggle out and about consistently. Generally, Pilot Assist functions admirably. It's especially adroit at following other traffic, consistently keeping up a protected after separation, even in busy time blockage, be that as it may. The guiding segment of this present framework's usefulness could utilize a little work. Truly, it will explore corners, and, indeed, it's for the most part precise, yet it feels janky, the wheel regularly sawing left and right as it arranges turns. All in all, what does this Scandinavian goodness cost? All things considered, avoid each and every alternative and you can commute home in a Momentum Model S90 for as meager as $52,190, a value that incorporates $995 in goal expenses. Normally, the mid-range R-Design variation tried in this survey cost more. It looked at a still not irrational $64,290. A figure that appears to be somewhat more reasonable than comparatively prepared forms of the BMW 5 Series and E-Class Mercedes. That MSRP, obviously, incorporates alternatives like metallic paint, accessible 20-inch wheels, the previously mentioned Bowers & Wilkins sound framework, warmed back seats and a warm controlling wheel, the advanced package and a couple of different things, which means you could get a R-Design for even a couple of amazing not as much as that. With smooth styling, an extensive, upscale inside and smooth running powertrain, the Volvo S90 is a praiseworthy extravagance vehicle and a hotter, friendlier feeling choice than a portion of the German challenge. It's only a disgrace they don't sell a greater amount of them, yet maybe the S90 is simply unreasonably inconspicuous to its benefit.